Behind Netanyahu's shadow, a powerful Arab ally quietly shaped the strike that set Tehran ablaze. As missiles rained on Iran, Riyadh's secret double game may have been the quiet spark behind the fire. Did a Saudi whisper in Trump's ear help turn tensions into a full-blown military hammer blow on Tehran? Inside the private rooms of power, this is how MBS allegedly pushed Trump to hit Iran harder than ever before. A big revelation has emerged in the aftermath of Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's killing, exposing a hidden layer to the lead-up to the strike. A new Washington Post report now claims that Israel was not the only power in Washington's ear, pushing hard for a military strike on Iran. According to the report, key U.S. ally Saudi Arabia also secretly pressed the Trump administration behind the scenes to hit Iran. The lobbying from both Saudi and Israeli officials is said to have intensified just as talks between the United States and Iran looked on the verge of collapsing. Publicly, Saudi Arabia continued to strike a cautious tone, insisting that only diplomacy could ease the dangerous tension spiraling between the United States and Iran. Behind the scenes, however, the Saudi Crown Prince reportedly spoke with Donald Trump several times, directly encouraging the U.S. president to go ahead with military attacks on Iran, according to the Washington Post. MBS is also said to have reassured Iranian President Pezeshkian that he would not allow Saudi airspace to be used for any assault on Iran. At the same time, he allegedly warned U.S. officials that if Washington did not use overwhelming force, Iran could actually emerge stronger from any limited strike. Adding to this pressure campaign, MBS brother, Khalid bin Salman, reportedly carried the same hardline messages in a series of private meetings with top U.S. officials in Washington in January. This dual approach by MBS reflects, according to the Washington Post, a careful balancing act aimed at avoiding direct Iranian retaliation on Saudi oil infrastructure while still pushing for a tougher line on Tehran. Advisors close to MBS say he fundamentally views Shiite-led Iran as Riyadh's main strategic adversary in the region, shaping much of his behind-the-scenes calculus. Saudi Arabia has confirmed that Iran launched strikes on both Riyadh and the kingdom's eastern region on Saturday. Riyadh has also warned that it reserves the right to defend itself by all means necessary, including the option of direct retaliation. Saudi Foreign Ministry released a statement that read, and I quote, "Saudi Arabia expresses its strongest condemnation of the blatant and cowardly Iranian attacks targeting the Riyadh and eastern province regions, which were repelled. In light of this unjustified aggression, the kingdom affirms that it will take all necessary measures to defend its security and protect its territory, citizens and residents, including with the option of responding to the aggression." After weeks of tense deliberation and internal debate, Donald Trump finally gave the green light for a sweeping aerial assault aimed squarely at Iran's top leadership. In those coordinated strikes, Khamenei and several senior Iranian officials were reportedly killed, decapitating the heart of the regime's command structure. Donald Trump confirmed Khamenei's death through a post on Truth Social which said, and I quote, "Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans, and those people from many countries throughout the world, that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems, and working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he, or the other leaders that have been killed along with him, could do. This is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. We are hearing that many of their IRGC, military, and other security and police forces no longer want to fight, and are looking for immunity from us. As I said last night, now they can have immunity, later they only get death. Hopefully, the IRGC and police will peacefully merge with the Iranian patriots, and work together as a unit to bring back the country to the greatness it deserves. That process should soon be starting in that, not only the death of Khamenei but the country has been, in only one day, very much destroyed and even obliterated. The heavy and pinpoint bombing, however, will continue, uninterrupted throughout the week or, as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world.
For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.